we going to share, for example, our first experience in English interview or our experience in English in expat environment. So, for the start, I'm going to share my experience for my first English interview. So, my first English interview with Justin James from Australia. He was a manager from Worley for the project in Sulawesi. And just like all of us, I'm very nervous. I'm using live caption. I use live translation in handphone. I use live caption in Teams meeting. So that's my trick in my first interview. But in the meantime, when we confident using our English, for example, currently I'm working with several expat, and they didn't judge our English as long as we confident and we understand what they are talking and what we going to tell them what we said. So that's my share. And next maybe Pak Yanda want to share us something.
Okay, thank you, Pak Dennis. We're talking about the interview session, right, with the expert. I think this is the first topic that we will explain in this session. For my experience, actually, there are some people, yeah, that I already met from the Italian, from Austria, and Japan. And the first expert that I interviewed by Japan, actually not interview, but interact directly with the expert people in the project while I'm in the Cilegon Fabrikator. So at the time, what I feel is our English is better than them, yeah, better than the Japan guys, and it's make us not too shy. But I remember there is my one senior, is the one of my senior in that company, but his English, actually he very afraid, yeah, at the time, very afraid because never experienced talking about English with someone, especially in the outside people. But I saw at the time, after 4 months or 5 months, his ability in English is improved. And maybe Pak Dennis, if you remember Pak Tri, yeah, Tri Setiono, this is one people, the civil subten in the Freeport. In 2015, when I met him in the Suluardi Engineering, his English very poor, to be honest, very poor. But I believe if you talking about him right now in English, he's very improved because I think he learned more during the assignment in the Tanggu with the Italian guy and Japanese guy. That's why what the key that I get is don't be shy, always try, and yeah, force yourself. I think for the English, I think this is from myself, Pak Dennis.
Thank you, Pak Yanda. Yeah, the key point is confident, guys, because every country, every race have their own unique in English. So the next maybe Pak Rahmat. Do you want to share your experience?
Okay, thank you, Pak Dennis, for giving me this sharing session. Okay, guys, thank you. My name is Rama Santoso. I have experience in interview with expert 3 times. and I have some bad experience, but because one expert I communicate, and the first from Finlandia, he speaks to me that he cannot understand what I say, and it is very, very, very bad for me, for my experience. After that experience, I'm forced myself to learn to read one books in English for 1 week, one books, and after one weeks, after 1 year, I think I can communicate just like today. I talk to you, and after that, I joined Merdeka Mending Service, and in the Merdeka, the management forced me to give presentation about our project, our progress project, to be presented to the client or our operation. We have for every presentation, the expert always attended. So I think if we keep learning, there is nothing impossible, because in my college, um, I have a degree for the English session. That's for me, Mas Dennis. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Rahmat. So from Pak Rahmat, we get the key learn. We should always learning. Pak Rahmat read one book a week, so it's much to do, but it's can be accomplished. And do you have any question for Pak Rahmat? For example, what book that he read? No? If not, we can continue with Pak Danda. Pak Danda, do you want to share us what is the key learning of your English learning?
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This might be, I don't really have any experience in interviewing with the expert. I don't really have any experience in English in a professional field, but I do have one time only became as some kind of unofficial tourist guide for an Englishman. I go with him for about 7 days, 1 week to Sabang in Aceh, Indonesia. So I do love English. I do learn English, but it's not an official learning. I mean, I read books, I watch movies and music videos. So probably one thing I would like to share is that on the 7 days when I become a tourist guide, first day and the second day, it's really it's hard for me to communicate in English with the tourists. But in the end, and the 5th day and the 6th and the 7th day, it's much more clear to speak with him, and he appreciate I'm trying to speak in good English with him, and he knows I'm improving in just 7 days. That's what I can take from that experience, is that we do need to do this some kind English session. We need to do English conversation daily. We need to practice to speak in English, so we can take that as a first experience if needed when we want to try to get a job abroad. So something that I learned from my school days, that if we want to work overseas, that we need to have a TOEFL certificate or ELTS certificate. But for like 1 or 2 months, I'm joining this group, our group. I have two group in project controlling or project planning. I learned that the company that gonna hire us, not in our field, probably in probably just in our field here in engineering and project controlling, project management. No one actually said that we really need ELTS or TOEFL certificate. I think Mas Dennis or Mas Yanda and Mr. Rahmat probably can enlighten us about that. And and probably I want to respond to something that Mr. Rahmat said earlier, that it's something that I don't really agree, but I don't really, but we can do a discussion here. Mr. Rahmat said that he learned English by reading English book, while I believe that if we want to learn English, that is not by reading but by have conversations. We need to talk it out. We need to say the word. So our tongue, our Indonesian tongue would be really good in English, and other people from other country can understand us better. So I think probably Mr. Ahmad would say something about that. I want to learn. I want to learn more, and and probably I want to say thank you for doing this session for us, for who still in our bubble working in a small company and small project in Indonesia. I think that just that I want to say. Back to you, Dennis. Thank you.
Thank you, Pananda. So interesting, guys. So Pananda said that we should learn English by conversation, but Rahmat said that he learned English by reading a books. So what do you think, guys? Pak Revan, do you want to say your opinion? Mas Revan.
Hello, guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my name is Revan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. About the English conversation or English language, in my opinion, both are good. Sometimes we need to read the books for the how to collect the grammar, or it's like in Indonesia we say that SPOK, like how to spoke in English by like in standard things. But while we do some conversation with the somebody that have known English very well, I think it's also important, because sometimes they didn't use the what can I say, standard things like subject, predicate, object, and etc. Just like a regular conversation that is not like, it's a, how can I say, it's just a slang language sometimes. So I think both of that is important to improve our English language, and also maybe from the game or movies also it will direct on indirect is will be improve our English also. I think that's my opinion, Pak Dennis.
Yeah, that's the answer that we expected, Pak Evan. Thank you. So it's true that for the starter, we should learn English by reading a books. But in our daily conversation, it doesn't matter what the formula we use, what the tenses we use, because the conversation we only use and we only said what uh, the daily fluent or native speaker use. So sometimes it's just like slang language, like Pak Revan said. So not doing the textbook, guys. Just said what you're going to tell everyone. Don't bother but the formula, don't bother but the tenses and something like we tell in the school. So thank you, Pak Revan. And you also said that we can learn by watching a movie and doing games. Do you guys have the same thing like Mas Revan said, learning by watching a movie? Maybe Pak Ronald want to share? Do you watch a movie, Pak Ronald?
Hello, Pak Dennis. Thank you so much
Yes.
for it. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Before, uh, I just learned English. Yeah, just like you said, from video games. But video games like if you know, play like Dota 2 or before that Dota 1. Yeah, this game is international game, right? And at the game we talk not just only Indonesian people but international people too. Yeah, I mean I just learn English from video games and overall video games. And in engineering, I mean my first interview in my job right now in Nippon Sanso, Japan. But in this company, I talk with English native Japanese because I don't have experience in Japan. Really difficult. But yeah, overall, if you want to learn and improve, maybe we can start from video games or movie. And yeah, don't forget to talk with your friends because you should uh, talk with yeah not only native but you should try again and again every day every time to can talk with English people because yeah, I mean not yeah, Indonesian people if talk about English uh, really good and not like yeah, if I know like Indian people I mean we talk better than them. Yeah, yeah, I mean just like Dennis, but Dennis.
Another Dota player. I think we should play together in the next time. Uh, so, yeah, Pak Yusan, do you want to ask Pak Ronald?
Maybe no, Pak Dennis. I just want to share my experience also.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Pak Dennis. Hello, everyone. Salam for all. I am Yusrat. I am just a junior project control right now in Balikpapan. So thank you first for Pak Yanda, also Pak Rahmat, and this session is very helpful for me. Actually, right now I'm just start my career already 3 years since graduate from university in 2021. So my first career, I'm just working in shipyard because my background is naval engineer. So I start my career with position is junior project control in Cilegon for shipyard company. And then start from my career, I'm trying to open my personal branding, how to increase my skill, how to up my personal branding for reach my future career. So that's why I resigned from CPR going to EPC project. So the EPC project is start, I'm using the English language. Initially, my English understand is very bad, but I'm hard to try speaking, writing, and anything for talking and communication with my leader or my team. In 2022, my first experience for interview in English. I interview with my user is from USA. The dialect is very hard to me. Why hard? Because I think my user is don't know if I is very basic for English. They give me British accent, so I don't know. So I don't know. It's very funny. I don't know how to respond him, how to give feedback from the question. But my major point for interview just understand what is the main thing for each other. If we're talking about project control, if we're talking about construction sequence, I think for me, I'm start for thinking and know what we're talking about, what we need for feedback this conversation, what the thema, what the uh, what the goals for this conversation. So become the we know the goals for this conversation. We can do what we will talking about this discussion. So my first experience, I'm just answer based on one point I get from my user interview, and alhamdulillah I get that position because I'm confident. I asking for my leader, why you escape to me to join with this company because my English is very bad, very bad. So him answered to me, you confidence and to the point based on my question, not just blah blah blah, and don't have goal for your answering, but you make it simple your answer, but goals what I need. So that's why start in 2022, I'm very basic learning English, and also because the pressure of my job, I have become more accustomed for my English, and also I'm trying to every day I make some notes. I trying to writing 5 words or vocabulary for up my speaking communication. So, oh yeah, I forget one thing. Also, I'm using apps for support my confidence, like Ome TV or anything for support my English. Just for sharing, Mr. Dennis. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Yusran. So there is many point we can take from Pak Yusran. For example, yeah, the British accent is hard to understand, but you should try the Chinese accent in English, Pak Yusran. It's the
Yes,
harder.
thank you.
And do you guys have any question? If not, we can continue with Pak Farhan maybe. Yes, please, Pak Farhan. Still
Hello, Pak
unmute.
Dennis.
Yes.
Yes, nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you again. Do you want to share our
Okay,
experience or do you want
I
to
don't
share
know,
your
maybe
experience?
I wanna ask Pak Yusron.
Okay.
That is such great experience. All I want to know is, can you share tips for such beginner project control like me? What kind of test that you prepare to enter that company? Thank you, Pak Dennis. Duduk ya, ya.
Yeah.
So for me, Mr. Dennis from Pak Farhan.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So I'm trying to answer. Also, I am beginner. Maybe I can say for myself is very beginner for project control roles. But right now I'm already trying survive with project control position become 3 years. So maybe I will answer with my experience based on my experience for how to prepare, how to manage, and also how to we or I can enter to each company. So first, maybe I'm trying to up my personal branding about project control. Maybe first I'm trying what I am concerned about project control. So first I am make my ring. I make my ring. What is project control? What is project control? After that, I will make my map. This my learning step for me. Maybe different with each other, but this my mind map for learning. So I make what is my passion for project control because we know project control is very many knowledge about project control, but I want to, if my user or interviewer asks to me, what is your passion about project control? So I can answer, my passion is blah, blah, blah. My passion is blah, blah, blah. So I'm trying to understand 100% about one point. I'm trying to understand 100% about one point in project control. After that, I will elaborate and brainstorm about the point. First, maybe I will give one example. Right now, I'm trying best for concern and learning about construction progress measurement system (CPMS). I'm trying how to we measure the progress based on actual and based on our plan. So that's make so that's why sorry, after I make my planning about construction progress measurement system about my learning process, so I will break down more detail about construction progress measurement system. I break down one by one like a WBS, If we already make a top WBS, we will make level 1 point blah blah blah, level point 1 blah blah blah. So we can know about my weakness. Oh, my weakness is from this. I will learn more about my weakness. One interview I will share. I interview for project control in Sumbawa area for power expansion project. One question make me spirit again for keep learning is how you manage the project if the project manager is not from technical team. How you manage the project if the project manager is not from technical team? Oh, I know that's very project management question. So I answer for the question is my position is project control. Project control, it means we have ring, we have fans, we have a knowledge about how to manage this project. If the project manager is from technical team, it's okay. But if the project manager is not give me advice like a manager, it's difficult for me. But if the project manager not from technical team, but can give me clear advice, we can do it. So based on that, my answer, I can enter in that job. So the point is set my mind map. I set my mind map. I break down more detail. After that, I will get what is my weakness for learning about project control. Like that, and also maybe same like everyone, upgrade my LinkedIn, upgrade my personal branding, upgrade my responsible, and also making good curriculum vitae with portfolio. So maybe just like that, Pak Farhan, Pak Dinis, why until now I can survive with my project control. It's difficult to say, but I'm start with planning my map for making more detail about my learning process. Like that, maybe. Sorry, maybe just too long for explain. I try hard. Thank you.
Yeah, you are great, Pak Yusran. So, what we learned that you already have objectives when you enter the interview or when you enter the job that you want to join, and that is great, Pak Yusran. And the way you talk slowly, and that's one of the tips, guys. When we learn English and we still didn't get the confidence, we can start slowly, but confident, and make sure that our words uh, be understand by the other people, like Pak Yusran. Okay, thank you, Pak Yusran, Pak Farhan. And the next, Pak Hafiz, do you want to share your experience, or do you want to ask question?
Okay, thank you, Pak Dennis. Can you guys hear my voice clear?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can hear your voice clearly.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just I'm just missing in between the discussion because I'm still in work right now. So maybe I was just to share my experience to be able to speak English. I know I'm not the best one. I'm not the better one to speak English. I know everyone is more better than me. But my tips and trick is, the old man or the research. Even the research says a 21 days concept. Have you ever heard that thing? So 21 days concept mean is when we are starting the new habit, we can just apply the new habit in the 21 days straight away without stop, and it will become the new habit, and it will apply it for the speaking English also, for the writing in English, or do everything in English. So basically, if you want to learn English more better, you can apply this concept. Just 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 put the English become your habit, become your habitual. Maybe from the discussion that I already spoke, that from watching movies, from playing the games, or etc etc, doing this and that using the English, or we can withdraw your money from the ATM, not choosing the Indonesian language anymore, but choose the English language from now on. Yeah, maybe that's from my point, Pak Dennis.
Thank you. So we can take many point we can learn from Pak Hafiz. So if we doing something continuously in 21 days, right, Pak Hafiz, it will become our habits.
Yes,
So
yes, correct.
it should be consistent, guys. When we want to doing something, it should be consistent. And Pak Yusran also mentioned that we should try to change everything from the script. For example, like your phone setting, it should be in English, or when you withdraw the money from ATM, we can use the English. Or when you watch movie, you can try to use English subtitle. So it's you can learn more conversation in English subtitle in the movie. So it's faster when you talk with the people or the expert. Okay, thank you, Pak Hafiz. And the next, Pak Sektio.
Check. Hello. Hello, Pak
Yeah,
Dennis.
hello, Pak.
Is my voice is clear? Very clear?
Your voice is little bit hard to
A
hear,
little
Pak.
bit. A little bit. I'm so sorry. Maybe my signal is not good enough. But I think I wanna say thank you to Pak Dennis, to Pak Yanda for holding this forum. And then I just want to share about my English struggling, maybe the first one, and then my experience about interview with the expert, especially in my previous project in Kalimantan. So first of all, about my struggling in English, uh, I can share that nowadays I was learning English from the books, from the movies, maybe same from the other one, and then nowadays I learning English with AI, maybe with the AI like ChatGPT or something like that to improve my English skills in writing, in reading, and then in speaking like this. And then the second one I want to share about the uh, interview with the expert, especially with the Korean people. So I believe that we more than Korean people in pronunciation and speaking English. And then the most important thing, I think, the confidence of Indonesian people is not enough with Korean. The Korean people has confident level, another level, I think, that Indonesian people. So that's why we can compete. We can compete with other countries, especially like what Yanda said before, like Japan, like Korean, like that. So I think we have to increase our confidence level with uh with our with our competency. So that's all I think, Pak Dennis. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Pak Sektil. That's true. We should improve our confidence and don't say that we are bad in English. Don't say that we are just a new learner. Just confident, guys. And the next in the top, Pak Al-Mukrobin. Do you want to share with us?
Oh yeah. Thank you for your time, Mbak Dennis. Yeah. Good evening, all. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muko Robin. You can call me Robin. Right now, I'm still working at Sumbawa. Have been in here for 1.5 years. Yeah, at least, and still ongoing. Have been working with expatriate, and I just want to share some experience in here. I think the expatriate is understand what we are trying to say. So, in my opinion, just like the others said, just said what you want to say, because if you don't know the words, let's say, because like we usually don't know what the words to say, but we can say in other words for a similar sentence, and maybe like we can practice. The other tip is we can practice by pronouncing every English words that you have been read. No, your comments, Mr. No. I'm still bad at English. So yeah. The other tips is we can practice by pronouncing every English words that we are read to train our tongue. So yeah, like previously said, our tongue is not usually say English words. We usually Indonesian words and the others. And I think our tongue is blessed. Indonesian words has better pronunciation if we want to speak in English, not like the people from other country. I think China and India or Korea has not a better pronunciation than Indonesian people in default. So I think we have a better default language. And I think for other tips, it's more. I think it's more difficult to understand what the native speaker said rather than what we are trying to tell them. Because if we just try to express what we want to tell them, and in some simple words, they actually understand. They actually still understand. If let's say we want to say 100% with our efforts, they can at least they can understand the 70%. So just don't be worried about the 30%. And yeah, if we cannot speak fluently, just try to speak slowly, but using a correct intonation and correct timing and tempo, and the native speakers, of course, will understand. In my opinion, the harder part of speaking in English or communicate with expatriate is trying to understand what they say, because they're using so many slang words, so many uncommon words, that maybe if we are new to English environment, to English working environment, we cannot understand, we cannot fully understand, but at least we received the 70% of the messages. So just be confident and just trying to to hone our skill, to sharpen our tongues, to sharpen our thinking. But yeah, many company has different regulation and different part of the job. Like let's say if in my previous project controls mean we have to understand every part of scheduling or cost controlling, something like that. But in my current company, the bigger company, so don't worry about your competencies. The bigger company, it's mean more specialist. You don't have to worry about the general. I think that's some of my point of view. I'm sorry, guys, if I cannot tell you clearly.
Thank you, Pak Robin. So we are impressed with your fluent in English, Pak Robin.
No, actually, I just start speaking in English like I said before, 1.5 years. I never speak in English with the native speakers previously. So this is actually my first project that have working with expatriate, and I think it's interesting. And I don't
Yeah.
think expatriate is very expert. Yeah, they are expert on some of their field, but I think Indonesian people is also expert based on the experience. Just yeah, we just need to show off more.
That's true. So guys, do you want to ask Pak Robin?
Robin, I think you are lying.
No,
1 year learning English with that fluent English.
no.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
before
I'm saying I'm saying the truth.
you are look so fluent.
Thank you. But yeah,
Just kidding.
I'm saying the truth. Only 1.5 years. But yeah, my boss, my manager is speaks so clear, and I'm glad for that, because not every native speakers saying it clearly. Sometimes they saying it like blah 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 very fast, and we just receive the 50% of the what they said, and we need like 5 minutes to process what they said, and then we can and we come back to ask
So
them
may I know
what they want.
your first project, Pak Robin?
Yeah. Sorry, say
What
it again, Pak.
What is your first project?
My first project is using you mean my very first project? If my very first project is in PLTMG Duri Riau, gas turbine engine in Riau, 100 megawatts at 2012.
Okay, at 2012.
Yeah.
I used to work in Duri also, Pak Robin, with Tripatra in
Yeah.
PHR.
Nice, Pak.
But well, yeah, just recently, so we didn't meet in 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pak Yusran, do you want to ask something?
Maybe I want to ask with Mr. Robin.
Yeah.
Yes, boss.
Yes. Sorry, Mr. Robin, I hear you right now in Sumbawa, correct?
Yeah, I heard you also said that you're applying for plant power expansion.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit
So,
curious about that.
yeah. So right now, which project you stay in Sumbawa or originally from Aman?
Yeah, you can say that. I'm in process expansion, but yeah, not power, but process.
Yeah. So maybe I have a good experience work in Sumbawa area. My first project for make me I don't know in English, realize what is my career goals. So start from Sumbawa, maybe you know in Tongo, in
Yeah.
PLTS. So I'm start from
Yeah.
Tongo. 1 year I'm start in Tongo. After the project is closed, I moved to for expensive with for civil package in JT area. So that's why
DT area.
many things I get experience from Sumbawa bring me to learn more about project control like that. So I miss Sumbawa. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
also I
Sumbawa
miss
has very nice beaches.
Indian expert from Sumbawa. I every day talking with Indian people. Very happy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Many of the Indian engineers usually working for, many Indian engineers working abroad, and they are usually working for like the manufacturer of the gas turbine company, something like that. Like in Wärtsilä, previously, there are many Indian engineers that working as their mechanical or electrical engineers. Yeah,
Yes. So maybe
hats
I
off
want to
to
ask
Indian people.
I want to ask him also, or maybe each other in here can respond my question. It's not about project, but I want to know why many experts come from the country and going to Indonesian project like in Sumbawa. Actually, many people from India and from Philippines also. My question is, the constraint or what make it every company in Indonesia recruit or hire from expert for and come to our project. Maybe we have a less resource or we less about anything. I don't know. Maybe can answer like that. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, I don't know. I'm really don't know about that. But yeah, maybe there are some experts in India and Philippines because I think we need more experts, more experience to be precise, more experienced person on that field, on that part of the project that have the that has the specialist to do the works. Like I said before, Indonesian has many good people, has many genius people, but there are not so many people that continue their skills, that continue to hone their skill to the expertise. We usually have the tendency to want to know everything, everything, but we don't really hone the skill to be the expert. And I think why many people from India or from Philippines, because they are more cheaper than the, let's say, than the Australian or the UK or the USA.
Okay, understand. So, Mr. Robin, it's a funny question. So, if I president right now, how to and you have one chance to give me advice, what do you need for making our resource in Indonesia can exist like not I think I know many resource from our country Indonesia go to another country, and we actually know Indonesian people is very good also. But if I president, what is your advice to me for making our competency more than good or more good for we can survive and also we can fight or not fight, maybe we can comparing with expert like that. If I president, maybe about the education, we build one university for engineering, blah 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 like that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a hard question, Pak.
Bisa nunduk itu.
Iya bisa, Mas. Yeah, I think what we have now, we have many good universities. We have many good with their capabilities. Some of our universities has been known in the other country like UE, UGM, and ITB, something like that. But I think we are lack of, I don't know, but in my opinion, we are lack of focusing to produce the expertise on their field. We like to general, we like to know about everything, but we are lack of people that has the expert on the one thing. I think we have to focus our resources to be more focused on one thing that they are good, and just hone until they are expert. I think that.
Yes. Thank you, Pak Robin. Sorry, Pak Dennis, I direct communication with Mr. Robin. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
thank
think
you, Pak Robin.
doesn't
For,
like
yeah, Mario.
yeah, but I think it's not a question, but some interview maybe ya, Pak Hiskan. You just like interview Pak Robin.
No, like that,
Yeah,
Pak.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I will speaking in India right now. No.
Yeah, but that's very interesting question. We can discuss it in next occasion maybe. Why
Yes.
and what we should improve to compete with the other country. And the last one maybe Parashit. What is your advice for us, Parashit?
Advice. Okay. For speaking English, right? Hello.
Yeah, Pak.
Can you hear me, Pak Dennis?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So okay, English. So before we go for interview, at first, of course, we have to fix our English. And based on my experience for fast track English comprehensions, I agree with you. I agree with Pak Robin, and I also agree with Pak Hafiz. Yeah, you have to force your environment in English only. Like Pak Robin says, it's 21 days. Yeah, do the same thing as a habit. So you have to force your environment in English. As we know, English has 3 dimensions. We have speaking, reading, and listening. And I agree with most all of you for speaking and reading. A book and a movie is very helpful. As a start, you can watch movie with English subtitles, and then you change the movie to Australian movie with English subtitles, and then by the time you're getting more advanced, you change to British, Irish, or Scottish movie with English subtitles, and then one day turn off the subtitles. Yeah, those is for reading and speaking. Yeah, and then for books, you can of course movies and basically it's a common English. Yeah, American movies, Australian movies, and then once you get a habit of it, try to listen for the news. Yeah, because the vocabulary and pronunciation from the news is same with our technical reports. Yeah, the grammar and the vocabulary. And then the last one, the most difficult dimension for English is listening. Yeah? Because listening is highly correlated with your confidence. Yeah? Because especially for beginner English speaking persons, yeah, the beginner English speakers usually perceive English by listening it, and then translate it into Indonesian in their brain, yeah, and then provide the answer in Indonesian in the brain, translate it again in English in the brain, and then trying to say it. Yeah, so that's, I think listening is correlatedly and directly impact on your confidence. So I think listening, you have to practice more about listening. That's why if you get used to different kind of movies, and then watch a lot of movies in different accent. Start from American for the beginners, and then Australian movies, and then British movies, and then try to watch Scottish movies maybe by time. So I think that is something that I can share relating confidence for English speaking people. Yeah, I think that's all what I want to share. Thank you.
Thank you, Parashit. That's why we save you for the last, Parashit. So
What?
it's already 60 minutes, guys. And I think that's our first session for today. And I hope we learn something in this discussion. And we encourage you. No one expert in this group in English except Pak Robin. So be confident how to use your English, how to conversation with English, and keep doing it until it become a habit, guys. I think that's all, Pak Yanda.
Thank you, Pak Dennis and everyone. I wish next time we can start again. Maybe more interest topic all of you can share in our next session. I think that's all from me. And thank you for your time all. See you next session. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
guys.
Waalaikumsalam
all.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Pak.
Thanks,
Waalaikumsalam.
guys.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.